Okay, so it is 7:02 p.m. and I'll turn it over to you, Chair.
Hey, Pat,
Hello,
would you like us to start with Karen taking attendance?
please. Our new member is here. Well, so
Okay, the roll call is as follows. Kim Foscu,
Here.
Milagros Guzman,
Here.
Jane Jacob,
here.
Alejandra Silva Exias,
Here.
Jarrett Oates, Rabbi Hirsch Horowitz,
Here.
Willie Trotman,
Here.
Patricia Caldwell.
Here.
That concludes the roll call.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
April, do we need to do the minutes from the last meeting?
At this point, because we're doing it through YouTube, they're all being recorded and automatically put up on the website. So I don't know that you guys need to actually approve it because it's a verbatim translation of what happens at the meeting. We're not making secondary minutes because it's being done that way right now. So going forward, that'll be a different discussion. But for right now, no, I don't believe you need to do that.
Okay, but we do need to approve them in their original format.
We can do that, or we can table that until you've had an opportunity to read them online.
Okay,
I can have them sent out to everybody.
please do.
Okay.
And then we'll table it until our next meeting. So the next item is to set an agenda for May and June, or June and July.
For June.
June. Okay. I didn't know we were going to do May and June, or just June. Get your calendars out so we can decide what would be a better date. Do you have a preference of days, like a Monday or a Thursday or Tuesday?
Well, before you guys decide on your dates, I think I need to point out that the governor has recently signed legislation which allows these meetings to only go forward through June 15th as remote meetings. After that, they need to be in person, and there's a whole procedure by which is required to be able to do them remotely, which has been changed so you don't have to, everybody doesn't have to put up their address, but somebody needs to be in a location where the public would be able to come and sit with board members to attend the meeting. So I know that in Westchester, they're getting ready to do their meetings as public meetings, public hearings in locations. And I would strongly suggest that that's what this board is going to need to do.
Okay. Let's consider having an early June meeting, and then we can decide from then. So give us a time to schedule patients as well.
April,
Yes.
is there a possibility that the governor will extend the executive order past the June 15th date?
At this point, no,
If there might be a surge?
She's made I mean, the reason I made the meeting for tonight was so that we could get in before the June 15th. But the law that she signed actually is a law that's extends it. And if she's doing it as a law, I don't know that she'll do an executive order. That that's unclear at this point. So I don't have a recommendation in that regards.
Okay.
Right, so let's look at the first week in June. Or we can look at June 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th, right? Are either one of those days better for any one person or no? That would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
My preference would be not a Monday.
Okay, how about a Thursday?
That would work for me. I don't know about everybody else, but
I can't do Mondays or Thursdays, but I could potentially do Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay, that's Alejandro, you can do. But Kim, you can
Yes.
can you do a Tuesday
I could do a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Yes,
or Wednesday? Okay,
either day, Tuesday or Wednesday.
okay. Let's shoot for the Wednesday, the 8th.
So
Can you do Wednesday, the 8th?
Pat, is it possible to do Tuesday, the 7th? Because if we're doing it by Zoom, Peter has a hearing on the 8th in Westchester.
Okay, the 7th would work. for me.
Please and thank you.
Mhm.
And that would be a Zoom meeting on the 7th?
Yes.
Yeah.
April? Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have objections to Tuesday, the 7th?
I can do Tuesday the 7th. My only question is, April had mentioned she would strongly suggest that we have an in-person meeting. Is there a reason for that? Or do you think we'll be frowned upon if we don't?
My only reason is that the extension that the law that was just recently signed, my reading of it is it's extended through the 15th of June. We're still reviewing it to determine whether or not there's any extension off of that. So anything you guys do before the 15th, you can do remotely. Anything after that will probably have to be in person. And that's up to the board. My only reason, one of my reasons for suggesting that you do an in-public meeting or hearing is that last year there was a very limited attendance by public members. And I don't know that that will make a difference if it's in person or not. But I know that we had a number of people that had issues with being able to access the meetings online. That's all. And my understanding is the research people will not be available to provide research until after the 13th. I haven't been able to reach out to them, and I'd like to see if I can get them to do it the week before, but I don't have any confirmation for that right now. I mean, if you guys could figure out how to do it all before the 15th, you can do it all Zoom, but that's really kind of pushing it at this point. But you guys are welcome to try.
Okay, and you said the research people, when you say they won't be available until, is that June you're saying, or is it May?
June.
Okay,
Peter and I have gotten 2 different dates from them, and I need to be able to confirm with them what their earliest possible date is.
well, then we should reconsider this, the 7th, and probably drop it down another week.
And we can reach out. I mean, I don't know what locations are available in Rockland. I mean, you know, we'll reach out and see if the library is available, if that's what you guys want to do. And or the town hall, the Garnersville one that you guys usually meet at. And is that Haverstraw?
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
let's have a straw. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd have to check in with those locations again, because it's been some time since I've been in contact with them. But usually the Haverstraw location is available in most evenings. So I was thinking that maybe that would be Wednesday, the 8th. How about, so then maybe the 9th would be too soon to have the research and analysis meeting?
That's up, it's possible, it's up in the air. I don't know if they'll be available. And I believe somebody already has said they're not available on that Thursday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I could just ask a question, if the
Sure.
research people are not available, then what is the purpose of our meeting? To just hold a public hearing where members of the public can come and address the board, or?
Well,
I
this board is
guess-
done it different ways depending on the years. Sometimes they take the public testimony in advance of the research people. Sometimes they wait until after the research information has been provided to the board. In the past, the boards usually had 3 meetings. One is a research meeting, one is a public hearing in one of the 2 locations, and the other one is a public hearing where at the end of it, it's closed and then reopened for voting on a guideline.
Mhm.
And that has been past practice for this board.
Mhm.
Okay, then why don't we consider going to the 14th, which will give them more time and maybe, just maybe, they can have the data available. And that would be a Tuesday. And Alejandro, you said Tuesday works for you? Okay. Does anyone else have a problem with going from the 7th to the 14th?
No.
No.
So when would you do the 3rd meeting?
Excuse me?
When would you do the 3rd meeting?
The 3rd meeting will be done in July.
Can't be done in July.
And we have to set the rate before then, right? When is the deadline?
has-
Yeah.
Before,
deadline.
it has to be set before June 30th.
Okay, then let's stick with the 7th, and then we could go on the 23rd or the 20th. You said the 23rd. No Thursdays work for you at all?
I don't remember who had a problem with Thursday,
I
sorry.
think it was Alejandra.
No Thursdays work for you at all, Alejandra?
I'm sorry, I have childcare issues.
Okay,
My husband has a court calendar on Thursday evenings, so I have to be home with the kids on Thursday evenings, so I can't do an in-person meeting.
okay. How about the 21st, the Tuesday?
That Tuesday, I believe, works. 1 second.
For an in-person meeting?
Yeah,
Yes, the 21st, that works for me.
okay, so we can do the 7th and the 21st. Or you just, we got the 7th, go straight to the 21st. You
The
wanna have-
Is
7th.
it the 7th or the 8th?
Excuse
The
me?
7th.
7th, okay.
Is it in person, the 7th, June 7th?
That one you can do either way. That one you can still do Zoom.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna do that one Zoom.
Yep,
Okay, that's,
Then first we'll do in person. And that should give you time to see whether or not the center's available. I mean, the-
correct.
Have a,
is there a preference with the venue for the 21st?
well, my only concern is that it be a large enough venue that we're not on top of each other. Just personally, I'm not comfortable in a small setting.
Mhm.
You
So
know,
then that would be the Garnersville location.
I was gonna say the Haverstraw
The Garnersville would be the
better.
Yeah,
preferred
well-
one.
exactly.
Okay,
Okay, I'll contact them, see if they're available.
can I suggest that if you're going, if research is available on the 15th, which is the last day you can do Zoom, that we try to tentatively do it the 15th so that that meeting can be done by Zoom? If anybody has a problem, that's fine. You guys can pick a different date, but this way you will have one in-person meeting and we should still be able to get 2 in on Zoom before this is a bigger issue.
15.
Okay,
If that's possible. I don't know if everybody's available on the 15th, but You could do the 15th. You could do the 7th as a hearing for Zoom, and the 15th as the guideline, the research presentation,
Mhm.
And then the 21st.
and then the 21st in person in Garnersville.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't do the 15th, but you know, you guys can go ahead. If they're gonna present, I can read through the research myself. And be prepared for the meeting where we have to vote, if that's okay with everyone. But I can't make the 15th.
So you can do the 7th and you can do the 21st, but the 15th, you're not available. Okay.
Yes,
Else have a conflict?
No.
Okay. And let's set the dates for the 7th, the 15th, and the 21st. And if you have a problem confirming the venue for us, you'll let us know before the 7th so we can choose another date if necessary.
Absolutely.
Sarah?
I will, definitely.
Okay. So do you need a motion for, you don't need a motion for this, do you? Or do you?
You can
want-
make it
You
easier
want to
on,
cover a motion? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion to have a Zoom meeting on the 7th and possibly the 15th if the data is available. And definitely the 21st would be a open meeting if we can get a venue. Would someone make that motion, please?
At 7, all at 7 p.m.
Yes.
And then I'll move the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Kim, second?
Okay, it's been properly moved in second to schedule our meetings for 7 p.m. on June 7th, June 15th, and June 21st. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. All in favor?
aye.
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 Okay, the motion carries. Thank you. April, is there any other matters we need to discuss at this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Does anyone have anything to say for the good of the order, or you have anything?
I do think though, Pat, we should, as a board, we should welcome Mr. Trotman as a new member. This is his
Oh,
first.
you're absolutely,
And
thank
Welcome
Thank you.
aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, by all means, welcome to this board. I'm so sorry. I was
It's
a
okay.
slip of my head, not my heart.
Gotcha.
Welcome, Mr. Trotman.
Thank you.
Okay, any other business that needs to be brought before us? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Wait, one second. I've often been asked what properties are rent stabilized in the county, and I believe I've asked for this before. Is there a list that can be provided to the board so that we all know what properties are rent stabilized in the county?
I will have to actually check with the research people to see if there is such a comprehensive list. And only properties that are in Spring Valley and Haverstraw that are 6 or more units that were built before 1974 are
Right, but
regulated.
there's no way for us to know whether a property was built before 1974 unless we go to the building department and look through the C of Os. So, I mean,
Okay, Alejandro, no problem. We'll look into it and I will get back to you.
yeah, okay,
Okay.
thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Because I know when you provide us with the data, it's always redacted on those addresses. We have never known over the years. And she brings up a good,
Correct.
know what we're dealing with. Because even if they were built before that, some of them are still exempt from. And with the new guidelines where people do not submit the information, they're automatically dropped or they're not considered. So it would be nice to know exactly what.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
no problem.
Any
With
other?
that, I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna move to adjourn.
We're going back to the move. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.